In today's video, we're going to check out the most creative theater roleplay that Bloxburg has to offer. This video is a part of my roleplay review series, for which you can find a playlist for on my channel. First, I'm going to give you some information about the company, and then I'm going to go in-game to give you a better idea of what it's like to actually participate in the roleplay. So go to the timestamps in the description down below to go to a specific part. Illumination Theater was created by Lily over 3 years ago during 2021 when the COVID lockdowns were happening. It's a creative and highly detailed theater company that puts on high-tech Bloxburg plays equipped with moving sets, audio, highly coordinated cast, and never seen before Bloxburg technology. They have one big theater to host all of their plays that's self-titled called Illumination Theater. This theater is absolutely massive. It's $3 million and it has 100% plot data plus the extra 40% added on. Now their plays take a lot of time to plan and actually churn out and make a successful event, so they only host one play a month, but they try to do 2 to 4 different showings of that play so as many people can see it as possible. Now Illumination Theater isn't a small roleplay. They have thousands of people in their Discord server and of course thousands of people that want to come to these shows, so because Bloxburg only allows 75 people in one server, and they also have to include their cast, staff, and tech team in the server, there's usually around 55 or 60 people that can join at any given session. Now the rest of the server is left to the concessions people, the ticket sellers, the tech team, and then the cast, of course. The amount of employees needed to put on a show ranges from play to play, but oftentimes it includes around 20 to 30 people. But just generally though, Illumination Theater boasts a pretty big count of 40 active employees. So the plays are super high quality, probably the best plays that you can find on Bloxburg, but in order to get that result, they have 3 key features. The first thing is the choreography. So I haven't actually gone to one of their trainings or auditions to see how they, pull it off, but I'm sure they probably have someone that leads these choreography sessions and they practice all the dance moves and everything. And I'm sure they probably also take inspiration from the actual real life Broadway plays or the real life movies to implement those into their Bloxburg plays. The second thing is their builds or their sets. So if you're more interested in builds as opposed to role-playing, Illumination Theater is still the right place for you. They have amazing builds. Not only the actual Illumination Theater that you go to watch the plays, but the actual sets that they use in the plays are also very highly detailed. Lastly, they have extremely high tech to be able to pull off special effects inside of the shows. You can see that a little later in the roleplay section of the video, but I won't go into too much detail for now. But with those 3 key components or features, they're definitely the best in the game. The Discord server, which of course is linked in the description down below, is their main source of communication and is the place where you're going to find any announcements about upcoming shows or auditions or anything of that nature. For a Discord server of this size, their server is actually quite small. They don't have that many channels, but they do have a review channel, so after you watch a play or performance, you can go and leave your review here. And then they also have a public discussion channel, which can be used for really anything, I guess. And then here is the announcements channel, which is going to be the place where they'll post all of the shows. So here's the show listing for the Matilda show that I went to a little later in this video. I'm filming this after I went to the show, but if you were to look at it before, it would say interested here on the join stage part, because you click interested on whatever show you're interested in going to. They listed 3 different times and I went to, I think, the first one. When it's showtime, they'll post that as well, and then they'll also say thank you for coming after the show is over. In the information channel on the Discord server, they have the handbook and ban appeals links here, and on the handbook they pretty much explain everything you need to know about the company. So here's their TikTok, Roblox group, Twitter, and Discord here. They also have frequently asked questions, their roles, audition information, show information, and then the contacts, and then other people that work on the staff team. Their TikTok is their main form of advertising and it also has a massive following with over 25,000 followers here. They try to post 2 to 3 videos advertising each play, and then they also post clips of the play afterwards. But this is definitely the place you want to check out if you're interested in Illumination Theater but aren't sure about joining just yet. I'll leave the link to this again in the description down below. Now I need to give Illumination Theater 4 different ratings for activity, realism, fun, builds, and then combine them all for a general rating. For activity, Illumination Theater gets a 7. The reason being is because unless you're an employee where you're doing auditions and actually practicing for the performance that happens once a month, there's really not much to do other than that if you're just a customer. But they do have plays once a month, so it gets a 7 for that. For realism, Illumination Theater gets a 9. I would argue that this is one of the most realistic Bloxburg roleplays there is out there of any type. Back to the sets, which you'll see a little bit later in the video, you can literally just remove the sets and put a new one out there without even going into build mode, which is something you just don't see on Bloxburg, and that's very realistic. So I definitely give them a 9 for that. The next rating is fun, and for that I'll give Illumination Theater a 10. I didn't really know what to expect when I went to my first play, but this definitely blew my expectations out of the water. With everything from the music in the Discord server to the cooperative audience or the choreographing of the cast and actors on stage, it's like something that you just, again, you don't see on Bloxburg very often, and it's something new. Like, you just don't see it a lot, so it's definitely fun. The next rating is build, and for that I will give Illumination Theater a 9. The actual theater that they host these plays in is not actually fully complete. It's only the front side that's done, so I couldn't give them a full 10 for the builds rating. For what they do have though, it's amazing. It's super detailed on the front and then all in the interior through the lobby, the grand staircase, and even the sets that they actually use to put on the shows are extremely detailed. Everything was like taken into account. Combining all of those, Illumination Theater's general rating comes out to an 8.75, and I'd highly recommend that you join the roleplay. Again, the links are in the description down below. The executives at Illumination Theater invited me to come ask them some questions about the company.
Hi guys, I'm Lily and I'm the owner.
I'm Jasmine and I'm the co-owner.
Hi, I'm Abby and I'm the corporate officer.
Hi, I'm Sasha and I'm the Chief Executive Officer.
What does the company's structure look like?
So the highest ranks of the HR team are all of our executives, and then we have our MRs as well, and at the very bottom of the list is all of our LRs, which consist of the cast, concessions, tickets, and tech.
After you join, we start to grow closer and create this bond that makes our whole team feel like a big family.
What goes into the planning portion of your shows?
So for every single show, all the HRs, MRs, and advanced technicians come together to plan all of the sets, choreography, and costumes. And then we go on to the lighting cues, and from there we go to planning the date for our cast audition.
How long does it take to organize and produce a good show?
The time it takes to produce a good show is different every time, depending on how many characters are in a show, how many scenes there are, sets being built, and all things like that. And with all of those things combined, it takes about 3 weeks to prepare for a show, and we do a show once a month.
What's your current marketing strategy to grow the company?
We mostly post on TikTok, which is our largest platform, and we have over 25,000 members. We try to post at least 2 to 3 times per show, and that helps us gain over 10,000 members in our Discord server.
Alright, we're here at Illumination Theater, and today they said that they're going to be showing Matilda. So I think that's like a book. I think, what's his name, Roald Dahl or something like that. He made it like a long time ago, but there's a movie that goes to it, I think. And they're going to be doing like the Broadway version of their movie. I think that's how it goes. We'll go inside and see though. Yo, here's Lily. Here's the owner of the place. The show is about to start, so I should probably go inside, but I think she's about to say something. She said hi. I'm going to say, hi, I'm late, but I'm coming in. You can go ahead and find a seat. All right, I'm going inside. Hold on. Okay, so here's the door. I don't know what Roman numerals those are, but those are up there. And then up here it says miniature theater. So is that? I don't know what that is. I'm gonna put my camera. Okay, there's nothing in there. Okay, but over here it says primary theater, and then there's tickets. So we gotta go in here. Look at the detail in this build. Holy, look at the what's it called? The little door thing. I don't know what this is called. I don't know, but it looks cool though, like that. And then they also have like their own decals, primary theater tickets up there. And then they have, look at this like chandelier. I wonder how they made this like actual like an actual light, or maybe it's just reflecting. It looks like a light. But that's interesting though. I think that would be a nice little build hack up there. But again, just look at the detail all across these walls here. It looks so like old and luxurious in here. All right, Sanders up at the counter. We're gonna say hi. He said, "Thank you for joining us at Illumination Theater for tonight's showing of Matilda. Please continue towards the auditorium. Enjoy the performance." Okay, so I didn't have to pay. I think, does everyone else have to pay? I'm not sure how that works, but thank you. Let me tell Sander thank you there. All right, and then let's go to the left here. So they got, ooh, look at the pillars. Are these in Bloxburg? I've never seen these before. I don't know when they added them, but that's interesting. And then they have like a little, it's not an altar. I forgot what it's called. Look at how grand this room is though. They have this giant like grand staircase that goes up left and right. And then I think there's balcony seats up there because that's the theater in that room. And then they also have, what is this, concessions on this side? Bruce's hot fudge chocolate cake only at Illumination Theater. Okay, so they have tons of snacks and stuff. I assume you can get popcorn, all those other like movie theater type things at this little stand here, but that's nice. That's interesting. And then they have a statue over here, which is also pretty cool. The guy that gave me the tickets went this way, so I'm gonna follow him. It looks like, oh, okay, so this is like the little like room where everyone sits. That's interesting. We'll wait for that though. I want to make sure I've explored everything out here first. There's so much attention to detail, like literally under the stairs here. Like, look how this this thing curves up here. I wish there was more lighting out here, but I guess the show is starting, so everything's been, you know, dimly lit now. This theater was built by Ronan, aka Night Owl Bloxburg, so credits to them. They built this place. It's pretty cool. Yo, look at these doors up here. They're not like real, but they look real. But pretty interesting. Their style of building is so like unique. I never see stuff like this on Bloxburg, but it's like really detailed and really nice. Alright, so you guys don't do this, like if you join the roleplay, but I want to get a balcony seat, so I'm just going to hop over here. We're going to come up to these balcony seats here. Hopefully there's one up here. If not, we'll just stand. Okay, there is one. There's one on the side here. Look at the detail in this theater, though. While the screen is blacked out, let's take a look at the actual build. So the Matilda sign is up here and all of these different, like, decals and then basic shapes holding those up. And then look at all the different details with structural items they put above that sign. I also like what they did with having the black around it, so, like, it looks like it's a separate building by itself. It makes it look like it stands out more. I don't know how to explain it. Oh, look, a Bloxburg content creator is here. Queens Moons Now is in here. Also in the audience is the people that own Bloxburg Disney Parks, which is pretty cool. I'm sitting right next to them. Alright, this is the official audio of Matilda playing, so I don't want to get copyrighted, so I can't really play the audio, but in their Discord server, if you join, you can listen to the audio that's like happening and coinciding with all their movements and stuff here, like live, if that makes sense. So they're doing movements to actual like audio, if that makes sense. It looks stupid right now because you can't hear it, but if you join their Discord server, you'll be able to hear everything that's happening while they're performing. But this is still pretty cool. Like, look at all the different like movements and stuff they're doing, all coordinated. And then also they're literally moving stuff on Bloxburg. And then look at the actual like lighting and everything, all the different effects. Like, literally, look at that. Literally, the whole set just disappeared and they added an entire staircase. They also have so many different actors and they're all, like, coordinated. I know they practice a lot and they have, like, auditions and stuff to be able to participate in these shows. So if that's something you're interested in, this is definitely the place for you. But they have, like, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people up here, all, like, coordinating their movements and stuff for the play. Yo, they're jumping on the tables with Miss Trunchbull. This is actually super realistic. Why is he eating the cake? Is this like a scene in the movie? Does she make him eat cake or something like that? Yo, look at that sign that just flipped. It went from M to N, and then I think what is it spelling? It's not spelling Matilda. I'm not sure what it's spelling, but I think it's supposed to spell something. And oh shoot, everyone's running downstairs. I can't hear the audio right now, but I'm sure it's probably like some dramatic action stuff. What I also noticed is that everyone in the audience is pretty respectful, so hopefully if you join the roleplay, you're just like these people. There's not people like moving around or anything. Everyone's pretty much just sitting in their seat. Holy, the lighting in this place. Oh wait, yo, that's Miss, I think her name is Miss Trunchbull. Is that what her name is? Like the lady in Matilda, like the principal or like the teacher or something that everyone hates? I think her name is Miss Trunchbull. I remember reading the book. Oh, yo, everyone's scrambled. All right, they're playing now. Oh, Meg just got thrown on the ground, dang. Oh, yo, the curtain just went down. That's actually so cool how they do the scooter trick for that. I think this is like the ending scene. He's eating really quickly. Oh, is he done? Oh, he's waving. I think the curtain may close in a second. No, yep, I was right. There he goes. Okay, so it's not the end, but they do take like intermissions, just like in real plays, and close the curtains to like switch to the next scene. So I think that's what they're doing now, and then they'll open the curtains back up. And it'll be a new set, I guess, because they can just pop stuff out of nowhere. Because, again, this is like a really realistic roleplay. Alright, I undeafened myself on Discord real quick to hear what music was playing, and it's pretty much a song about when they grow up. So I guess they've turned from like elementary school students to what, primary school students? Because this is based in Europe, I'm pretty sure, but like high school students, right? So that's what they are now. And then they're doing the moves and stuff, so they're, I don't know, it's like, it's pretty interesting. Alright, so the show is wrapping up behind me. You can see all the cast coming out and they're bowing their heads saying thank you, just like they do at the end of Broadway shows in real life. But if you want to check out Illumination Theater, of course, be sure to check out their links in the description down below. And you can check out the rest of my roleplay review series on the playlist on my channel. But that's going to be it for today's video, guys. I hope you all did enjoy. If you did, please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. And with that, I'll see you all in the next one.